launching their first crewed mission on Wednesday, May 27th
The first
at
American
4:33 p.m. if you're going to
Eastern
watch it.
Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time, yeah.
The first American crew on an American craft
Yeah.
to leave from U.S. soil
Yes.
in
At least
30
13,
years?
no, not that long. At least 14 years. I think they stopped service 2005. It's been a while. I don't have the exact year, but it's been a while, at least 15 years. Last time we've launched from the United States a crew to the ISS or into orbit or into space from American soil. So this is a big deal.
I thought it's longer than that. That's mean it's still good job,
Good job, us.
but or them.
Or
we
them.
didn't do anything. Somehow I thought it was longer than that.
Astronauts Doug Hurley and Bob Behnken will be the first astronauts, American astronauts, launching from the U.S. on SpaceX. And this is a big deal because if this is a big success, you're going to see more and more people being launched into space. We're going to finally get our moon bases going. Hopefully our mission to Mars will be much more of a reality than just a theory on paper. I want to get into space, man. Like I've been watching a lot of sci-fi movies, and like one of my favorite shows right now is The Expanse. I want to see The Expanse happen. I think humans
You
can
know how
be.
messed up the expanse? You want to see that happen?
It's gonna happen. I feel like it's gonna happen anyway. At least I think it needs to
I'm not
happen.
living in an expanse world, that's for sure.
In Expanse, it might be not a very good world, but I feel like as humans, this is eventual. We will eventually get there. Because other than that, the alternative is that we're going to have a very overpopulated planet.
We already have an overpopulated planet.
We already have an overpopulated planet, and other than complete genocide, what are you going to do with all these humans? You're going to have to send them somewhere. So the Expanse is an eventuality as a species for us to evolve and become more mature. We will, and I think here's the thing. This is where we differ. You see humans as something that destroys, a plight to the universe.
Yes.
I see it as a building block.
A building block of destruction.
For you. For me, we can build new life elsewhere. We don't even have to.
Destroying life that was originally there.
And let me just paint this picture for you. Imagine if we can go to Mars, we discover, or let's say, let's go a little bit further than Mars because we're a little bit desperate for land right now. But let's say we can travel to a world that has ice, a new world, a new moon in Jupiter that has ice. We don't need new landscape right now, but we go over there, we see a little fish. That's one species, maybe two species, or two little whatever. We make it more habitable for them.
If they were there, there's already habitable for them.
No, it's just let's say it's really harsh. We can speed up the timeline.
Yeah,
and
no.
We can.
Just because it's harsh for us doesn't mean it's harsh for them. There are fish that live under the Antarctic ice. That is their home. That's the only place they live. That's their. If you make it less harsh, then they can't survive because they've adapted to live there.
Okay, let me paint a new scenario. Let's say we go to a planet like Mars, completely dead. We can bring life to that planet. I think that's a good thing. Yeah. We can take dead hunks of rock that's not doing anything, and we can make use of it. We could apply new life to it.
But we're assuming it's dead. Did you see that Star Trek from like however friggin' long ago, Enterprise? There was that light species.
Yeah.
That light species was a species. We didn't think it was a species because it was light.
Well, if we were able to change it, it was never going to last.
Well, it ended up killing everybody, so...
Well, that's what I'm saying. And at that point, humans will be like, we learned an important lesson. Life isn't always organic. I think these things will balance out. And I think we will bring dead things to life, and things that are living, we're going to help.
And things that are living, we're going to bring to death.
That's the pessimistic one. Our last point, we're going to keep on space for a second, but our last thing, did you know, this was really surprising to me. It seems that in the future, the astronaut